So I think we can start. So I think already five people are there. Okay, some. Okay.
Yeah, Pradeep, we can start right now. Okay, so this is a small discussion, I think 15-minute discussion.
Mhm.
Yeah, you can start the introduction, then I'll explain the course details.
Sure, Ashik. So myself, Pradeep, and I'm from Kerala, and currently I'm working for the company Quantify. It's a AI kind of company. So this is my fourth company, and I worked previously for Robert Bosch and ITC Infotech, and one more startup. So and also I'm actively learning new things. So that's why I taken a couple of certifications like a Kubernetes certification, then Terraform Associate and GCP and AWS Associate level certification. And recently I taken Azure AI certification because the AI is booming. So yeah, I think that's it from my side, Ashik. This is just introduction. So I think Ashik, you can give more inputs like about this course and other things.
Hmm. Yeah, sure, Pradeep.
Yeah.
Yeah, hi guys. Hope everyone doing good.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, hi. So guys, so actually, 2 days back, we had scheduled a call, but see, due to some reason, actually, I couldn't complete that. In between, I got some other calls, so unfortunately, I have to leave from the call forcefully. So, see, finally, we planned. I think you guys already got the syllabus basics. What thing we going to cover on that course. So let me quickly share my screen and let me explain like what kind of things actually we are sharing over here and what would be the duration and fees, everything. Okay. So first of all, see, if you want a full course in the sense A to Z course, it will take minimum 4 to 6 months. The reason, see, we cannot complete the basic one. Okay, if I give the basic one that you will already get from Google, YouTube, you can go to some open forum, some documentation that you will get already, right? But see, my intention is, see, I have to provide a course that should bound with a real time because most of the students they are not from the IT domain. There are some students from IT domain, but they are working for a portion like CECD or only Kubernetes or only some other portions, but they don't know about AWS. They don't know there are certain portion real time usage. How we are using this portion in company or real time purpose. Okay, so what we are planning right now, we already created a syllabus for Kubernetes. So the course mainly intending for Kubernetes. Like if you don't know Kubernetes, so we will be starting from zero to hero. So after this course, you will be able to understand what are the components we have in Kubernetes and what is the real-time use case each tools. This is we will cover. So now you guys you can give your feedback. What's your thoughts and feedback? So this is mainly intending Kubernetes, Linux, Docker.
So I think you can give your input here because initially
Yeah,
we are
yeah, yeah.
planning.
Yeah.
Initially, we were,
So
yeah, please go ahead.
okay. So I'm currently working in Kubernetes admin as I have previously told you. So
Oh,
in Kubernetes course, so there is like some real time task like how to migrate one pod from one node to another node, and how to create like cluster if you want to move the like node migration. This the like advanced level Kubernetes scenario, real time scenario. So that
Correct.
will be covered in this, or like
Yeah,
what?
definitely. That's what I said initially. See, when I start a course, see, I don't want to give a basics or overview. Okay, we have to complete A to Z or 0 to 10. So that's what. See, after this course, you should be able to understand all the concept that too in real time, how to manage in real time. Because most of the time when you get interviews, see, even though you have a good knowledge in Kubernetes or any other tools, you may or may not be able to answer for the question. The reason is you will get some real time kind of question from the interviewer. Unfortunately, we will leave the interview, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. So that's what. See, AWS and all other tools we will be able to get from YouTube. See,
Correct.
we can go through some open forum documentation, right? So that we can do. See, still we can provide course, but as of now, see, mostly we are prioritizing for Kubernetes. The main reason is after publishing these syllabus, so we got see thousands of comments from students. So they are mostly prioritizing Kubernetes rather than any other course. Okay, so that's what we starting with the Docker, because there are certain students they don't know Docker and basics of Docker, because we have to cover some portions over there. So then after that we will cover Linux, basics of Linux. That also I have already shared the syllabus. So what all the thing we will cover in Linux. So then when it comes to Kubernetes, as you mentioned, we will cover all the topics from beginning to the end or the close. Okay, so there you will have a node migration, and when you have a separate application, for example, if you have a separate application on your environment, you want to keep this application in separate node. Okay, so this should not impact or this should affect other applications. So you can create some scheduling algorithm that only schedule in that node. And one more thing, see, you might be already aware about how to implement, cloud-based Kubernetes like EKS, GKE, OpenShift, AKS. But the main problem here is, so whenever you work with like any company, if they have an on-prem cluster, so we have to manage that also. So I would recommend every time. So whenever we are learning or studying, so first we have to learn from the scratch. In the sense like first you have to learn self-managed, then you can go to cloud managed, because in cloud manage already they're managing, so we don't have any role. We just need to manage, we just need to monitor that, just need to deploy. Same as monitoring. See, you might be already heard about open source monitoring, same as Datadog, Neuralink, all these kind of. See, if you use self-managed monitoring, you have to implement that, then you have to connect all the pods or all the components together, then only you can use it, right? After that, you have to create dashboard alerting. So,
Hello.
see,
Yeah. Now it's fine, Ashik.
yeah. So the effort is very, very high. But if you able to understand how to implement that, then see you'll be able to complete all the parts, right? Even if you're getting some issue, you will be able to troubleshoot that within fraction of second. So let me quickly show you the syllabus. So in the syllabus, first we will start from the Linux and Docker. So we will start from the Linux, then we will go to Docker. After that, we will start overview of containers and orchestration. So here you can see that what is Kubernetes, OpenShift, Mesos, then Docker Swarm. So these also part of orchestration tool, right? So we will cover all these topics, but I'll give a demo of Kubernetes, okay? AKS, GK or EKS, or microKTs, kubeadmin, kind, these all I can show you. Apart from that, we will discuss about the Kubernetes architecture. Like hope everyone knows about that, but we will discuss real-time use case of these architecture. Then we will cover the Kubernetes units with a demo and each purpose of each units or object. Then we will discuss about the scheduling algorithm, because this is playing a major role in real-time environment. Okay, so whenever you have an application, I'll tell you one reason and real-time scenario in my environment. So yesterday we implemented one application which is responsible for AI processing and ML activity. Okay, so we have to keep that application in separate node, because that application need a GPU node. So we created a separate node. Then we scheduled that pod on that particular node. Okay, so rest all the application will work on separate node. Only that application will work on that separate node. So these all I can provide you as a real-time knowledge. Apart from that, we will show you daemon sets, static ports, init containers. Maybe theoretically, you guys already good with this, but practically also we can help you out this. Okay, then logging and monitoring. So when it comes to logging and monitoring, it's very very important. Metrics, traces, logs. So these are the component, or I can say fully fledged monitoring. These three we will comprise. Then monitoring cluster components, logs, dashboard, Grafana monitoring, cloud monitoring like New Relic, cloud monitoring like Datadog. These also we will show you as a demo. Okay. Any inputs, any feedback, any suggestions? If you have, you can give.
You can
Yeah,
Ashik, you can show that open source kind of things.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
are the
So
tools we are
apart
using?
from this, actually, we are planning to add some open source tool because see, you might be already heard about Kubernetes, open like OpenShift, Mesos. But see, we know how to deploy application. But when you have a maybe 200, maybe 300 clusters, so how do you manage this? See, I'll tell you my experience. See, I'm working in a startup company, so I have to take most of the part, okay, because only one or two resources we have in that company. So the main problem there is we are a consulting company, so we are getting close to 100 plus companies. Okay, so out of this 100 plus companies, close to 50 customers they are using Kubernetes. Okay, each customers they are having dev stage prod 3 Kubernetes cluster. So the main problem here is I have to switch from one cluster to another cluster because I only managing these 150 or 200 clusters. You understood? So authentication that is playing a major role. So when you connect to one cluster, then if you want to connect to another cluster immediately, so hello.
Yeah, Sachin, maybe you can begin.
Okay. So when you want to switch from one cluster to another cluster, so it's very very difficult, right? Because we have to execute kubectl, then config, get context, then we have to switch context. So it's very very difficult. So what if you have an option to switch from one cluster to another cluster by using a simple command? For example, switch then space your cluster name. So we have a tool called Parallels, InfraHQ, Ranger, OpenLens. You might be already heard about certain tools, but I'll show you the demo how we are managing thousands of clusters. So and one more thing, last month we were hiring some people for our company. Okay, it's a Kubernetes administrator. So we were asking this question because most of the students they're lying with me. Hey Ashik, I know Kubernetes, so I implemented this, I implemented that, and we have a close to 50 Kubernetes cluster, 20 clusters. So I was asking one question: how do you managing your cluster? Like how do you switching from one cluster to another cluster? So most of the students they don't or candidate they don't know. They're simply lying. They're just bluffing with me. Okay, so easily I can catch, okay, this candidate don't have experience. He didn't work in Kubernetes real time. So even though he have a real experience, he not working in Kubernetes real time. So that I can understand. Okay. Apart from that, I'll show you how to implement monitoring. See, this monitoring, just some time back we already implemented. One or 2 weeks back. You can see the architecture diagram here. So this is comprises many tools. This is for logging and this is for metrics. Okay, so these all are nodes and you can see there are multiple components. We have timescale database, we have a Postgres database, we have a MongoDB, Kafka cluster, so we have a Prometheus. Then to scale our monitoring we implemented multiple components. Okay, because whatever the data we are getting, all this should be stored in a long-term storage, S3 or Google storage or Azure blob storage, wherever you want you can use that, whichever cloud you are using, no issues. Okay, so whenever using Grafana will go to this courier front end, then courier scheduler, courier, then it will go to your long-term storage. If you have the data already in this ingester, it will collect it from here. So that's what, if you already work in this part, you will be able to explain this, right? But if you don't have any real-time experience, but theoretically then it will be very difficult to explain to interviewer. Okay, so since we already work with these tool and we already implemented this for multiple customers, we already gained the experience how to implement this and what is the purpose of each component and how to connect from one component to another component. So this is we already know. So that's what this is also I can provide. I can create a document. I can provide a live demo also this monitoring setup. Apart from that, we will show you Thanos, Corut, Signos. These all are monitoring tools, open source. Okay, here you can see I added two more monitoring tool like New Relic and New Relic and Datadog. This is also we will show you. Then apart from that, we will add security. When it comes to security, there are multiple tools we can implement like TLS, we can add OPA, then network policies, Kiver, Cert Manager, these all we can add. So you guys already created SSL certificate in EKS, maybe AKS in GKE. But when you manage a Kubernetes cluster in on-prem, you have to create SSL certificate, right? So that you have to create. AWS won't create. Even though AWS is creating, you cannot export that. So there is a rule by default restriction. So we can't do that. We have to create Let's Encrypt certificate, then we have to add. To create those certificate, we need a cert manager. This is a tool or port, this port responsible for creating those certificates. So I can give a demo how to create an open source Kubernetes cluster like kubeadmin or microKTs. I'll show you migration. I can show you like if I repair one node, so how can I migrate the ports from that node to other nodes. That also I can show you when we do the cluster upgradation. Then Kubernetes. In Kubernetes part, as I mentioned, microKTs, kind kubeadmin, and how to implement load balancer. You guys already heard about application gateway, application load balancer, network load balancer, right? So these all available in cloud. But what if you have an on-prem cluster? How you will manage this as an on-prem cluster? So we have to find some alternative, right? Moreover, we have to set up this from scratch. Because if you are using AWS, you can create a service load balancer. This will automatically create a load balancer. But when you work in an on-prem environment, you won't be able to do that. You have to do that from scratch, and you should able to understand every corner, each nuts and bolt. If you don't know that, it will not, the system will fail. Okay, so this is also, I have a real-time experience. We used to manage multiple on-prem clusters with a highly scalable, securable, in that way. So I can give you a demo how to do this. Then auto scaling. You heard about CADA, it's an open source tool. We can scale our ports by using HPA. HPA is a default object from AWS. So we can implement CADA. By using CADA, you can do, there are a lot of things. You can create cron jobs. You can scale based on Kafka messages. So that's what we have a multiple features when you import CADA into your cluster. Then deployment, heard about Argo CD. We will add one more deployment tool called FlexCD. That also same as Argo CD. You will have a GUI, graphical user interface. You can manage all your actions from graphical user interface. Moreover, you can control your deployment. We can do canary deployment. We can do blue-green deployment. Because whenever I ask these questions with a student or candidate, they will stick. They won't be able to answer back. So see, they are able to answer, okay, we work with a canary deployment, blue-green deployment, recreate, rolling update. But when I ask each, they won't be able to answer because they don't have a real-time experience. They're simply lying with me because I know that because I already work with Kubernetes and this real-time. Okay, then packaging, Helm also we added over here. So this is the overall course. If you guys have any feedback, any suggestion, any questions, please do ask.
Say hi.
Yeah.
Hi, actually.
Yeah.
My voice is clear. Yes. First of all, you say everything is real time scenario based. You teach or
Only
basics.
only real time. Yeah. See, basics you will get from Abhishek Veeramala, or maybe you will get from Google, YouTube, right? Even I can also post some videos. Okay. But the main purpose or motive of this live class, see, whenever you have a doubt, if you have a doubt right now, you can ask with me, right? That's the purpose of real time class. Okay, so that I will relate with my company and how we are managing. Okay, same as Pradeep, we also have a 5 years experience. Like he worked with a multiple company. This is my second company, and one more thing. See, I don't have any certification. See, most of the candidates and students they're thinking, okay, we need a certification to get a job. But trust me, guys, I don't have any certification. I'm getting 20 LPA right now. Okay, and I have only 4 years. Okay, 4 years of experience. See, I have many other students like they have a 4 years, 3 years experience. They are getting 25, 30 lakh package. So it's up to company and client. See, if they have a budget, they will give you. But if they don't have a budget, they won't give. Okay, so my client have a little bit budget. Like that's what they give up to 20. Okay, so Pradeep also getting good amount more than me. So that's what you also have a 4 to 5 years experience. So certification that will not make any sense. But if you have a certification, that may help you to get a good opportunities in MNC company.
Okay. Now itself, I attend interview. 3 years of experience in DevOps. I have no knowledge in DevOps real time. I'm
So then it
struggle
will
in
not work.
interview.
Then
That's
it
why I
will,
will ask.
yeah, then it will not work. If you don't have a real time experience, see, you may or may not be selected. See, it's up to the
Yeah.
interviewer. Okay. See, if the interviewer and panel they don't have a knowledge in DevOps, and if you have a basics of DevOps knowledge, see, definitely you will be able to crack. Okay, but in interview panel, if they have any person who have a good knowledge in DevOps and Kubernetes and IAC or all this tool, then definitely be trapped. Because we cannot pass the interview, because they can understand whether this guy have a knowledge or not, real time knowledge or not.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So many interviewers are told that Kubernetes and
Ah,
all those things. That's why I will struggle.
correct. And one
Right.
more question, one more problem is we will not be able to find these real-time questions in Google or YouTube, right? So in Google
Yes,
and
yes.
YouTube, we will be only able to find the topics. So topics and ideas we will get, but if you need the real-time experience, that only we will get from who's working for that particular tool. For example, since I'm working for this tool, you can ask any questions, so I'll be able to answer. Right. See, if I'm not working for GitHub Action, definitely I won't be able to answer the real-time scenarios and challenge I'm facing. But Pradeep is working for GitHub Actions and multiple other tools, so he also knows. Okay, he's working for this tool, and there are a lot of challenges I was facing in my past, and these are the challenges. So that's what. If I'm
Oh,
working, then I can give a promise or trust. Okay, I will be able to help you in all way. But if I'm not working, then I cannot lie. I don't know, right, how to do that.
yes, yes. Correct,
So
correct.
that's
Okay,
what.
thank you. Thanks,
Yeah,
Axel.
yeah. So Pradeep, can you just publish the date when we are planning to commence this course?
I think Ashik, we can start October 1st. I think from October 1st we can start the classes.
October 1st. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Fee
yeah.
structure, please share me.
Sorry.
Fee structure, tell me also.
Uh, yeah. That we can
Yeah, Pradeep,
talk.
can you give
But
an overview on that? Like, what would be the fee structure we are planning?
sorry.
Can you give an overview? What is the fee structure we are planning for this course?
That we can give before maybe people maybe have any question about this syllabus or anything. We can
Correct.
we can discuss that first, and after in the last section means last time we can discuss about this pricing and other things. So
Correct.
yeah, yeah. If
Okay.
you have anyone have any concern or doubts regarding
Yes, yes.
syllabus, you can ask.
Yeah. If you guys
Yeah.
have any questions, please do ask.
So how many duration the course will be?
See,
It's
duration we are planning for 2 months, because see,
2 months.
we cannot complete within 1 or 10 days, right? See, there are a
Yeah,
lot
yeah.
of things I have to complete. Moreover, see, I'm looking for the practical. See, the main goal
Yes.
is, see, there are a lot of things even I forgot, because I used to do this as in 3 or 4 months back, but I forgot right now. Okay, I want to retain my knowledge also, Pradeep also. That's what we are planning for this
That's
course.
correct,
So as
correct,
soon
correct.
as we complete this, then we will go to CACD. Okay, so CACD is another course. There we are implementing like multiple tools, code pipeline. See, Jenkins is outdated. So if I ask in interview with any students, any candidates, they will say have experience with the Jenkins, but they don't know any other tools apart from Jenkins.
Yeah, and
Okay.
also now Jenkins is everyone is migrating Jenkins and Bamboo to GitHub Action. So now the
Correct.
GitHub Action is trending. So if you are preparing for the interview, interviewer never ask about this Jenkins or a Bamboo. They will more
Correct.
concentrate on GitHub Actions.
Correct. See, there are a lot of tools we have available in market. See, if you
Mm-hmm.
want any cloud-based tool, we can go with the Circle CI, Code
Mm-hmm.
Pipeline, Azure Pipeline. We can go with the GitHub Actions, Bitbucket Pipeline. So, see, basically, when you learn anything, you should cover all the topics, like all the tools. Okay. The problem is, as of now, the market is very challenging. It's very
Mm-hmm.
competitive.
Correct.
Okay. So, by learning one tool, that won't make any sense. Hope
Correct.
you understood. That's what. When we start a CACD class, so there you will have all the pipelines. So we will cover all the pipelines in one course, because that's what we are not able to complete. All the tools like AWS, Azure, Ansible, Terraform, Kubernetes. So we can't do that. See,
That is not a
definitely
big best
uh,
practices because
it will
we.
take, yeah. See, I used to train, there are a lot of students in my past. So that time I was teaching AWS, see, all courses, AWS, DevOps, Linux, Azure, everything. Okay, so that used to take close to 1 year. But most of the institution, they are giving only 3 months class. Within 3 months class, they will cover everything, because they will only give basics. I don't know whether you guys have experience or not, but from my experience, I'm saying, see, I learned from Bsoft. It's a Bangalore-based institution, so I only got basics. Okay, after that, so I was working as a trainer over there for 3 to 4 months. So after that, see, I learned a lot of things. Okay, then so somehow I see somehow by the luck I got a job. See, at that time I don't have any knowledge. Okay, even I don't have a basics of Docker at that time. You might be already seen my lot of interviews. Okay, so whatever I'm saying, all are blunders. Okay, all are full things. So uh, because a lot of questions I was so I was saying answers, but the answer was not correct, properly not correct. So somehow I got a job. So from that job I got a lot of things, like lot of real time kind of things from Betaflex.
Bro, actually, I have a career gap in myself. Now I'm not working anywhere, but I'm learning DevOps from last year. But I couldn't get the enough knowledge. So,
Mm-hmm.
is there any possibility to get job after
The,
this?
yeah, I got it. The thing is, if you want to, get a job, we need to know the, 0 to 10. So if we consider the, any tool, Kubernetes, so you need to know the all the things. So for the interview, just learning for the basics, that is not enough actually. So we can sit in one tool and just learn all the things. So you need to learn based on the trend, the market, current market. So now I mentioned, right, now Jenkins is not using, we are using GitHub Actions, then Kubernetes, then Terraform. So these are the tools now using the DevOps side. So you need to redesign your skill set in that perspective. Then only you can start getting the interview calls and the can crack the interview. So
Yeah, yeah,
so that's the reason we are planning that way. So that's the reason we taken Kubernetes courses, but coming in courses we are concentrating the infrastructure as a tool like Terraform, then GitHub Actions like that. So yeah, actually you
Yeah,
have can add anything here?
yeah, yeah. Sure,
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
See,
Actually, I have completed my graduation 2018. Then after I'm not worked anymore because I'm prepared for some competitive exam. That's why
see
I'm
what
not.
you can what you can do if you can like fill your gap, then easily you will get a job. Okay, fill in the gap in the sense, see, in between, if you are doing any courses, if you're doing any training, or you can say I was took some gap because my parents I have to take care of my parents, they were not well, something like that. You can lie. Okay, it's up to you, because I know there are a lot of candidates they were saying lies, because see, job is very very important, right? See, if you have the skills, you can add some lie also, no issues. Okay.
Yeah, but this DevOps role is for experienced candidates only.
No, 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 not like that. See, DevOps role for everyone is there. But see, if you're looking for a fresher kind of role, so the opportunity, see, quantity is very less. Okay, because for fresher, you will only get maybe 10 or 15 like records if you search in Naukri or wherever. But if you search for 2 to 3 year candidate, you can see maybe hundreds of job opportunities. So that only the difference. But for
Yeah.
Yeah.
fresher, comparatively, yeah, slow,
Yeah,
very less.
if we have knowledge, definitely we'll get the jobs. So even if you are a fresher, there is not a problem. But you need to know, the tool very well. Then you will get, uh,
But
the
as you mentioned, see, comparatively, that opportunities, see, very less when I compare the freshers and experienced candidates. If you have a minimum 2 to 3 years experience, you can see maybe thousands of records in Naukri. This is quite obvious. You can go to Naukri, you can check. But if you check 0 to 1 year experience, you may be able to find maybe 10 or 15
Yeah.
records. But most of the students, what they will do, they will go to LinkedIn and they will create a LinkedIn account. So there they will update like, okay, today I have done this, today I have completed this, and zero to hero course completed this project, and they will add multiple things in LinkedIn. So if you are uploading LinkedIn, so automatically you will get job opportunities from HR. See, nowadays I don't know how I'm getting, but see, there are a lot of HR, they connecting me and they're asking, Ashik, you do you interested on this job role, because we can give a high priority for you for this job role. I don't know why they are contacting me. Maybe they're watching my YouTube videos, but not sure exactly. So that's what. If you can showcase your skill somewhere, then you will also get opportunity, even if you have a experience or don't experience. But we have to put some effort. So if you're not putting effort, then you don't have. That's it.
Yes.
Okay. And
and
the
I
all
need to add. Yeah, I need to add one more thing. Like you just want to promote yourself. Maybe you can go with this any certification, or you can create a blog or YouTube channel. So through that way, also you will get a good portfolio in the online side. So you can showcase this information in the CV side. So that are the thing you need to concentrate. If you are a fresher or you have a gap, so you need to showcase yourself in different sites. So that's a thing. And also maybe we have a platform for that blog. I will share the link here. So if you are interested, maybe you can create the blog in our portal, so you can showcase this information in the CV. So through that way, like most of the people don't have this kind of things like blog or GitHub account or YouTube channel. So you need to create your own like suppose today you learn something, or it may be anything like a small things, no problem, but just showcase somewhere else, like create a blog or YouTube channel, and then promote it through LinkedIn or something like that. Then you will start getting good leads. Through that way you can get good jobs. So yeah, I pasted that blog URL. If you have any interested, just ping me. I will give the access, and you can create the blog, and you can showcase this information in your CV.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah, Pradeep, I need one question for you. I need GitHub access.
sorry.
So, you know very well in GitHub access.
GitHub,
I have no
yeah, yeah,
idea.
yeah. I am working
Why?
on the
Why?
GitHub.
Because now itself, yesterday my friend told that
Mhm.
everything go from GitHub access. That's why I
Yes,
will
yes,
tell.
yes. Now the market is like everyone are migrating. So previously I worked for Robert Bosch. So there we used Bamboo. So we migrate started migrating to GitHub Action. And recently I switched to that AI company. Company name is Quantify. Here we are migrating from Jenkins to GitHub Action. So everyone are migrating with GitHub Action. So the main reason is the cost. So very less cost, and very very less effort to manage. So everything in one place. The code is, and the the CACD, everything in one place,
Yeah,
and the
then
managing
apart
say,
from
like
that, yeah, apart from that, guys, see, I'll tell you one more thing. See, as of now, if you manage Jenkins, see, there we have to see. I don't think so. There is a no cloud for Jenkins, isn't it? Am I wrong or right? Is there is any cloud for Jenkins?
I think something is there. I think Jenkins X or some. I don't know, but
No, see,
I'm
yeah,
not sure
but
about that.
anyway,
Yeah.
as per my knowledge, everyone is using
Mm-hmm.
like Jenkins server, which means they are creating a
Something.
server and slaves,
Yeah.
then they're installing over. The problem
Yeah.
there is, see, Jenkins we have to manage this OS upgradation. If you
Mm-hmm.
have
Correct.
any
Correct.
problem with your node, you have to change that. So
Mm-hmm.
everything you have to do, right? Everything we have to manage,
The
and
scaling part, everything. Yeah.
exactly. And another problem here is, see, consider you are not using the servers after 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock after you are out of duty. So then we can turn off these servers. But this will also impact our productivity because see, some of the developers they might be doing some build, they might be trying to deploy something. So this time our servers are off, so we can't like deploy our application. We can't deploy our applications. So one problem is so I have to, or DevOps engineer or the operation engineer, infra engineer, they have to create the server, they have to manage. So somebody should monitor these things every time, or else the Jenkins will down. So again we have to pick it up. So if Jenkins is down and their company is down, so we won't be able to update any versions. This is the first problem. Second thing, so this is bit costly because we have to run one virtual machines. Moreover, if you have a multiple application, for example, you have a Docker build, you have a Java build, you have some container build, then we have to create multiple slaves and we have to allocate our job for these nodes, right? So a second problem, whenever you stop your nodes, then our developers they won't be able to build applications. So these are the main problem. Basically, we have to manage ourselves. It's a self-managed. But if you move to cloud, either a code pipeline, Circle CI, GitHub Actions, Bitbucket, or any cloud, so you no need to manage. This is the main thing. And second thing, you only have to pay per minute. So how many minute you are building and what is the CPU memory you are using, that's it.
Correct. Correct.
Okay, so you now need to turn off this. This will be up and running 24 into 7. Whenever you have a new build, so that will be automatically turn up. And as well as this is already integrated with the Kubernetes, Argo CD, Azure, GKE, so AWS. So that's what you now need to integrate this. Okay, this is already managed. Just need to connect with the AWS credential. It will automatically connect to AWS, and the particular or respected Kubernetes it will deploy with a secure manner with a TLS encryption. So this is what all they're managing from there, and cost also comparatively very less. We no need to manage. So our SLA or the uptime will be 99.9 percentage. So this is the main reason. See, almost all customers they're migrating to cloud environment. But still, I know there are a lot of customers there managing in Jenkins, Bamboo. It's up to them because they are already managing legacy. But if they're migrating to cloud or somewhere, it will take a lot of time. It will impact their environment. So downtime will be there. That's what they are not migrating right now.
Okay.
I think Ashik, we have another question.
Yeah, yeah. Hi, Ashik.
Yeah, hi.
Ashik, on which application we will practice? Like it will be microservice spread or monolithic? Like
I have,
currently microservice is
yeah,
complex.
I have
So
experience with
yeah.
the microservices, and I have experience with the monolithic application also. So I migrated multiple application from monolithic to microservice, and then I migrated multiple application from microservice architecture from ECS to Kubernetes, from EC to machine to Kubernetes that I have done. So the main problem there is, see, when you that I think already you guys know, right? What is the problem with the monolithic and microservices? So we have to identify the reason and why do we migrating this to microservices, because we can't migrate all the application to microservices. We need to understand the future use cases and how you are using these applications. So if you're looking for a lot of scaling and complexity, then we have to migrate to Kubernetes or we have to migrate to microservice architecture. So I work with the microservice architecture and monolithic mostly. Yeah.
Okay, so how we'll manage through Kubernetes like Microsoft? So it will be included in that like course or something like
Correct,
basic.
correct. It will
Yeah,
include.
like IBM MQs, and that MQs are using I think in microservices also.
Yeah. You MQs in
Rapid
the sense?
MQ. Yeah.
Can you come back? Can you give me full form of that? I didn't get.
Like IBM MQ and Rabbit MQ, that messaging
Correct.
services which will be
Exactly.
used in microservices.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
So
correct.
that will be beneficial in the course if you add. Yeah.
Exactly. See, even we used to do that because see, when you have a dev and staging, there mostly we use this RabbitMQ. We use Postgres containers. See, instead of using RDS or Cloud SQL or Azure managed database, we will use containers. Inside container, we will store all the data. That's what we, because we will not use any SQS in dev or staging because we want to keep the budget as expected, like because we already have a projection, it should not be more than 500 or $3,000 per month for dev and staging. Okay, but production we can go up to $15,000 per month.
Okay.
So
Yeah, thank you.
I'll show you that how to deploy containers like RabbitMQ or any queues, even Kafka we can deploy.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
So all we have to put some effort, like management, that effort only we have to do. So see, if you're working in a startup company and you only 2 or 3 resources are there, then it's very difficult to manage because you guys only will have already will have a lot of work. So you can't monitor this every time, right? 24/7. But if you're working in an MNC company, there you will have multiple resources. So some of the resources you can assign for the monitoring, and some resources can parallelly work the daily routine tasks.
Okay.
But still we are managing those containers even though we have a 2 to 3 resources in a company.
You cover only Kubernetes for 2 months?
Yeah, only Kubernetes, Linux, then Docker and Linux we will complete within 10 days. Then only Kubernetes, because I have.
So it will be on weekend or weekdays, like what you
we
are
will
planning.
have 4 classes. Yeah, weekly we will have 4 classes.
Weekly. Okay.
Yeah.
Saturday, Sunday we including, and apart from that, we'll take two more days. So
2
4
more
days in a
days.
week. Yeah.
Okay, and it will be live or recorded. Like if I miss
Live
some
only,
class,
because
like
if it is a live only, you will be able to ask questions while we implementing demo, or you won't be able to do that. See, or else I can give this courses like recording session, then I can tell, okay, you can take this up to 2 months, 3 months, up to whatever you want, right? But yeah, that's what. Okay.
no. Sometime like if we currently I'm working, so sometime I will not get time in weekdays. So that's why I'm asking.
Okay, we'll have a recording session also that I can provide personally. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. See, what I recommend. See, first you guys attend at least for 3 to 4 days. Okay. Then check how the classes, whether you are able to understand or not. Then only you confirm whether you are joining or not. Okay. So before that, that's what we are recommending.
Okay.
Okay. Any other question, guys? Any questions?
Yeah, I think we have one more question in the chat. Chetan asked like we need the programming knowledge.
Yeah, yeah,
So
programming knowledge, we can see that's what we will provide a different course for that, because in this course definitely we can't add. See, especially in this Kubernetes, what I'll do, I'll give you some kind of programming exercise. So I'll give you one of my scenario. See, we have to create one application. Okay, so the purpose of application, developer they should not access to Argo CD directly. So what I have done here, I created a small application through ChatGPT, Python application. Okay, so in this application, I connected Argo CD API. So basically, if I want to restart any container, so developer can log into Argo CD and they can click on restart button. It will automatically restart production containers and dev containers. But see, as per my manager and our company security policies, say they should not able to access Argo CD. Okay, even though view access, admin access, any access. So what I have done there, so only for the restart purpose, I created a small application. There I have a one button restart button. So it's a Python kind of application. So this Python I connected to Argo CD API. So whenever they hit on this button, this will automatically restart the container. So in this way, we can do small kind of automations. This is not an automation, but so this is a convenient tool which I created for developers. So I can help you out that kind of exercise. One or two automation which I created, and DB migration I have done in Kubernetes. There are multiple things, even I'm not remembering right now one by one, but I can show you there are a few things. And in between, if you guys have any doubts, if you have any suggestion, so please do post in group, so we will add that topic in our syllabus. Okay.
yeah, that's correct. And also my perspective, I think programming knowledge is needed if you want to work in DevOps side, because now everything is in code. Like if you want to manage the cloud environment, we are using Terraform and CloudFormations like that, and also we are using Python and GitHub Action, everything in the code. So you should have basic programming in that language. Then only you can
But Pradeep, I'll tell you one more thing. See, I'll tell you one more. I don't have any knowledge in Python or Bash or shell
But
scripting.
you have the basic thing, right? Like
I have the
the
very
automation.
basic thing. See,
Yeah, yeah.
if you
So
tell
I'm
Ashiq,
in talking about that perspective. You
ah,
have that the how can I say that idea. So
correct, correct.
yeah.
But if you ask Ashiq, can you create a script that should check the email, whether the email, whatever the email you input, it's a right or wrong. Okay, I have to check all the characters. I have to check whether at the rate is present or not. If two at the
Mm-hmm.
rate is there, I should consider as a wrong email. Okay, I got a
Mm-hmm.
question from interview. So the interviewer was giving the question, Ashiq. So just write a script. So I'll add a email. This script should check whether the email is correct or wrong. You understood? Even I
Mm-hmm.
was
Correct, correct.
even I wasn't able to complete the script. That's what I don't have the.
But you have that idea, right?
I have the
To
idea. Yeah,
yeah.
logic I
I'm
had,
talking
but
about that idea.
uh-huh.
Chat GPT and other AI tools are there. We can simply ask, but we should have that idea.
Mm-hmm.
What are the methods in the programming language we can check.
Correct, correct. But still I like cracked the interview. That's what I cracked that
Mm-hmm.
interview. So that's what. See,
Bro,
programming and this Python, Bash, everything is very very important. See, most of the interview they will ask also these questions. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
just basic we have to create. If you don't know the basic, then it's a problem because basics, at least basics we need. But even if you don't know how to create that program, how to create that exercise, whatever they give, that's fine, no issues. But if you know the logic how to do that, see, you will be able to do everything from ChatGPT. So trust me, so I'm managing everything from ChatGPT. Okay, so whenever we getting a Terraform script, there are certain things even I don't know in Terraform, because there are new things in when I come to CloudFormation template. So we used to create everything from ChatGPT. So that is literally expediting my productivity in my company. So there are certain things I have to complete maybe within 2 or 3 days. So I can do that within half an hour. Yesterday I have got a task. The task was see, customer want to create a Kubernetes cluster. Okay, that too in on-prem cluster. So they don't want to manually implement; they want to automate the process. So I have implemented yesterday an Ansible script. So by the help of ChatGPT, that too within half an hour.
Fine, fine.
that's it.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm just sharing my experience, because
Yeah.
most of
That's
the
cool. That's
students
cool.
they are
Correct,
thinking,
correct,
okay,
correct,
without
correct.
Python or
Yeah.
shell scripting, we can't do anything. So see,
Bro, in this course, CACD also included.
no, no, no.
No.
In this course, CACD we can't, because as I mentioned, under CACD we have a multiple tools. See, Jenkins is one. Already everyone knows what is a Jenkins. So we want to explain about other tools like code pipeline, because I have a good experience in code pipeline. I mostly work on code pipeline, Circle CA. then Bitbucket. So GitHub Action, Pradeep have a good experience. He used to work with the GitHub Action. Then apart from that, I work with GoCD. You might be heard about GoCD. It's an open source tool. So that will work in Kubernetes, not in virtual machine Kubernetes.
Okay.
Okay, so then we have a Tecton. You might be heard about Tecton. Tecton also open source one. So the main benefit of Tecton and GoCD, so that's a microservice based architecture, and that we can implement in Kubernetes, not in a virtual machine, and we can scale as much as we need. Okay, without any restriction.
Okay, the Tecton is, I think it's a CNCF product, right?
Yeah, CACD one, Tecton, GoCD, these
No,
are open source.
CNCF product.
CNCF, correct. CNCF, CACD one. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so for this CACD, I think there are close to 10 to 15 tools we have. So this is we will show you in another course. And moreover, see, in a one CACD, so we have to add multiple step, right? Because when I used to ask questions with the candidates, can you explain? See, this was my first question to every candidate. So can you explain your CACD workflow from start to end? So most of the students, they won't be able to answer how CI/CD works. See, they are able to explain, okay, we will build our code, then we will push to ECR, or we'll push to Docker registry, then we will deploy. But they don't know how to deploy to Kubernetes or how to deploy to their virtual machine. So that part they are not able to answer because they don't know how to do that. They don't have a real-time experience. Okay. Any other doubt, guys? I think it's a time to wrap
Yes.
up.
This is not a beginner-friendly course, right?
Sorry?
This is a beginner-friendly course, right?
This is a beginner friendly only for Kubernetes. For only Kubernetes.
For Kubernetes, you will start from the scratch, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
we'll start from the scratch.
And we are
For those who have little bit knowledge in cloud and DevOps can join this. Little bit knowledge.
No, see, cloud won't make any
I have
sense.
watched all the your YouTube videos. I have little bit knowledge in
See, cloud,
AWS.
cloud and this Kubernetes, that won't make any sense. Both are different tools. See, Kubernetes is a different tool that only help in operation and deployment. And cloud, see, there also we have a Kubernetes. That's a different version of Kubernetes, cloud version, AWS version. That's it. But Kubernetes is a different. That's providing Google. It's a different one. So not.
But we are planned from the beginner level.
Yeah, totally different. This Kubernetes and cloud totally different. So there is no like a coincidence over here. Okay, any other doubt, guys? I think it's time to wrap up. Any doubt, guys? Okay, fine. Then further information, I think Pradeep, she can update, right? Whether she is available today.
Today I think she's not available. Maybe I can check with her. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine then.
But I will share a form. So just want to give your input there. So based on that we will contact you. So yeah. So coming to the pricing part, like this is a 2 months course, and we 10K we are expecting. So yeah.
Okay. Then further, I think Pradeep, you can share the document and.
Bro, I have a thought.
Sure.
Bro, can we integrate CI/CD with Kubernetes in this course?
See, man, the problem there is, if I integrate Kubernetes and CI/CD on this course, then I have to extend this course to up to maybe 5 months, because 2 months Kubernetes and then 3 months CI/CD. Because CI/CD is a very big topic, right?
Yes. Can you please brief about? When I explaining, can you brief explain how to integrate in these tools?
How to integrate Kubernetes and CI/CD?
When you are starting Kubernetes, can you brief about on the time? Can you?
Yeah, sure. We'll give that brief idea about how to.
That's why.
Yeah, sure. That we can do it. Yes. See, and one more thing. See, actually, we are doing a small kind of CI/CD here. Here you can see the deployment part, right? So
correct.
It is CD part, Argo CD.
Yeah. After deploying, after building your images, we have to push your images to what is that? Yeah, Kubernetes, right? So for that, we will use either Argo CD or Flex CD or any other tools. So we have a multiple tools available, but mostly we are using Argo CD, then Argo notification, Argo workflows, like there are a lot of things we have. Argo events, maybe heard about. So we can add
Yeah.
all that tools. Okay, but I'll show you
Okay.
how Argo CD works, how to deploy to Kubernetes. At least Flux CD also I can show you. That also providing fair enough GUI. We can control all the stuff from there, including Canary. You might be heard about Canary, Blue Green, but you might not implemented that earlier. But that also we can show
Yes.
you how to implement Canary, Blue Green. But because when I used to check with the students, they don't know how to do that. Okay,
Yes.
because
At
past
last,
students.
at the end of the course, can you please deploy the application Kubernetes
No, no.
and
See,
integrate with?
in between itself, we will have a demo. This is a detailed demo, so with the real time topics. So if you have any doubt, you can personally connect me or Pradeep, and we will help you out again. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, that's what.
Okay, bro.
Personally,
Thank you.
you guys can connect me or Pradeep.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think Ashik, one more question is there. Ansible and Terraform you will cover in second part.
Yeah, because
So
that also is
that,
very very big topic. So we
Mhm.
can't add over here. So this
Yeah,
is
yeah, but we will design some courses for that also. Yeah, we
yeah,
can
yeah.
consider.
See, the main motivation is, see, after this course, you guys should be able to know, okay, this is Kubernetes. So now I'm bit confident to implement a Kubernetes cluster, and this is the tool. See, whenever you get a question, so without any doubt or with a 100% confident, you should be able to answer that. So that is the main motivation. So maybe you know the concept, but when you get a question, when you answer the question, like you might have some doubt, okay, whether I'm saying the right answer or not. So that should not be there after this course. Okay. Any other doubt, guys? Any doubts? If you have any doubts, please, or else let's close.
And I need to add one more thing to Prem. Like the Ansible is currently not much using in organization. Right? Like previously we used, but now nowadays as people are not taking this Ansible.
Correct.
So
The
just
main
just I
problem
want
I'll
to
tell
add,
you,
but yeah.
previously we were using all our virtual machine, but now we are
Mhm.
implementing all tools. See, everything, including Kafka, even if you have a small tools, all we are implementing in Kubernetes. Okay, because there we can specify, see, zero point 0.0 millicore CPU, zero point 0.0 like GB memory or MB memory, that we can specify. But that option we don't have in virtual machine. Okay, so that's the main problem. But see, as per my knowledge, still we are using so comparatively is very less because
Well,
all
less. That's something.
all
Yeah.
migrated to Kubernetes. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but see, in my company, I have a multiple clients, but so one of the client they are completely into on-prem, so they're using
That's the
Ansible.
reason. Yeah.
Yeah, because we have to upgrade our clusters, we have to
Mm-hmm. Correct.
create
Correct.
clusters.
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
whenever
Correct.
we have a new client, I have to replicate all the stuff to that customer. Okay, so we have a lot of things. I can say if I'm manually working, I have to implement that within 30 days. But by using Ansible, I can do that within half an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Correct.
so we are doing still, but comparatively, it's very less. Yeah.
And like, can we start our class on like first class on weekend, like whenever you start?
Yeah, sure, we
And
can
what?
do that.
And what will be the timing on the weekdays? So have you think about it or decide something like?
Weekdays, Pradeep, do you have any plan for that?
Maybe that I will include in that form. So based on their suggestion, we can come up with
Yeah,
a
I think
time.
you guys
Oh,
can give a suggestion. So based on the priority suggestion, we will set up a
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Yeah,
That
because
that's that's
yeah,
everything I
anyway we are recording the
including.
classes. Like if you guys have any doubt after that, you can come and ask. You can just go through the
mm-hmm.
videos. Okay, that also you can do. See, first you guys have to
Okay.
check whether you guys are able to understand or not. Okay, because see, I'm a different person. I'm from Kerala. Pradeep also a different person, right? So first you have to check whether you are able to understand or not. If you are able to understand the topics, then we are good. And if you want to learn, you can see feel free to come to this course, no issues. But if you're not able to understand, then you can just open Ashik, I'm not understand the course, and I
Yeah.
don't think so this is not the right fit for me. Okay, that's it.
Mhm. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, then I think Pradeep, I think we can wrap up right now, right?
Yeah, correct. We can wrap up.
Okay.
I will share that form. So just give your input. So based on that, we'll contact you. So,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Then thank you joining like over here. Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Thank
guys.
you
Then
all. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
bye.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.